Roland SP-404MKII. It's day 3. It's really day 4, but it's day 3. I'm practicing with the 5.0, using it with Serato. Y'all know I got thousands of beats, so I appreciate this upgrade. I could see a lot of people are upset. I don't really know what to tell you. I understand that you're just producers or whatever it is you was looking for. You feel like you didn't get it, and that's cool. But I'm here to represent for the people who love this, who appreciate it. And it made me hook my SP up to my computer. For you guys who've been watching my channel for a couple years now, you know I don't really like my hardware hooked to the computer. But you see what I'm doing right now. I'm just showing you the SP. It's just practice. You know, one thing about this update is it's got me on my SP every day. It's getting me better with my effects. You know, I never was a performance effects kind of guy. I do have a couple gripes, but I'm going to practice for a little bit. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure you check out the SP-404 Masterclass. One thing about your brother O.T.G, I spend more time doing something, man, it sparks that creativity, and I'm just going to start going up. I love the music. The music is my safe space. Always has been my safe space. And so right now, I feel incredibly safe, and now I'm just creating like crazy. What's going on, guys? It's your brother O.T.G. The O.T.G's for Overtime Grind. Hardly seen, but I'm always around. And today I'm on the Roland SP-404MKII with the 5.0 update integration into Serato DJ. I tried the Serato Studio. I don't really like it. Just let you guys know. No hate to Serato Studio or none of that. But man, I got an SP. Man, I got an MPC Live 2. I got 2 MPC 1s. I have an Akai Force. I have an OP1. I have a Yamaha Seek Track. I have a Polyan Tracker Mini. I have a Roland TR6S. I have the Roland T8, the Roland E4. I have a Teenage Engineering KO2. I have a Sonic Wear sample track. I got so much hardware that I can't see myself going back to the computer unless I'm going to Ableton. Never given up Ableton ever in my life. But that's how I feel about the Serato Studio. I worked with it. I feel like it would be disingenuous and just for clicks if I hopped on here and showed you how to use that. If you want me to do it. If you want me to do it, so you can decide if you already have a Roland SP-404MKII. If you want to decide if Serato Studio is good as something to have on the computer, let me know in the comments. This is a community. So you guys let me know if that's what you want to see from Brother O.T.G, and I'll do it for you. But if I'm doing it for me, I'm going to just utilize my hardware. I'm a hardware guy, bro. I just like it. One thing that I do like about this update is it allows me to utilize all kinds of different beats and highlight beats that I have. You know, I tell you guys all the time, the beats that I make on the channel, you can see that I have so many beats and so many different styles, and trust me, it took me a whole day just to get my Serato halfway lined up. I should do a video on how to get your crates together and different ways to get your actual setup together so that way you could do it. I got all my beats separated, got them all labeled, but I still need to separate them by up tempo, low tempo. You can see by how I'm merging these, and I haven't even plugged my headphones in yet to cue it, which is something that I'm going to do next. I also have 11 albums of raps, So I got all those songs queued up. It's a bunch of stuff that, you know, if you are unfamiliar with me and the brand, something like this allows me to showcase things that I don't put on the internet and beats that I didn't make on the internet and past stuff that I've made that's lit and all these different things, other than, you know, me trying to show you guys how to get familiar with the hardware. You know, you can hear that I do all kinds of music and can probably start to see how I found success, you know, and how I live every day as a producer. So, you know, sometimes you guys like to, what I've noticed about the internet and especially YouTube is people like to judge and they don't know anything. You know, I had a guy from a whole nother country. He's a favorite in this YouTube community. Try to tell me he never heard me or saw me and didn't know what I did for hip hop and try to judge my beats. I always find that funny that people feel like they could judge music. You never know what song is going to inspire somebody. You never know what beats are going to inspire somebody. And if everybody made music just like you, the world would be a boring ass place. So, you know, this gives me the ability to show some other stuff. It also highlights my weaknesses, which I'm not afraid to show. Am I the best on the SP-404 using the effects? No. Can I make full beats on the SP-404? Yes. Am I getting better on the SP-404? For sure. I never had an SP-404 before I got this one. I didn't know anything about resampling or doing any of that. I'm not a guy who was inspired by Jay Dilla and his offbeat time. No issues for that. But I come from the streets. I come from the hip hop is my birthright. So while some other people are trying to get into hip hop by showing and showcasing what they do on beats, by trying to get into the culture by contributing music, I was born into this thing. It's just how it goes, you know what I mean? It's my culture by my birthright. And over time, I've talked about it a lot. I try not to talk about it as much now because it's a trigger for people who might not have the same outlook or be from the same thing. But it's not for me. It's just my life, you know? I don't have to... There's just certain things I don't have to do. You know, I was born and raised in this. And it's something that my mom was a selector, and before DJs were a selector, before women were DJing, a selector is somebody who selects the records for the DJs. I was born into a big record collection. I was born into understanding how parties and DJs work. I was just born into the mix. You know, I was in the streets from a very young age. If you guys know, I was selling tapes at 8 years old, making dub tapes and recording those. I was putting on freestyle battles and shows when I was 16. That's 1996. I was carrying DJ crates for parties at the University of Illinois when I was 15. I was selling bootleg mixtapes from Chicago and bootlegs of all of your favorite artists. That's how I know a lot of these artists, and a lot of these artists respect me, from Nelly all the way down, because I used to push their music all through the Midwest. I started managing and working with rappers at 20 years old. I produced my first song for Cuckoo Cow's cousin at 21 years old. I was on the radio at 23 years old. I had my first placements on TV at 29 years old. I worked for a record label as an A&R I signed some major talent that's done big things. I've managed DJs who've went on to be on Revolt TV, host radio shows, and do all kinds of great things. I've worked with all kinds of rappers, from Beanie Siegel down to Tone Trump and all kinds of guys. Free ARAD, my brother. So, you know, I've been in gangs, got it tattooed in my skin, was born in one, all on my neck, on my hands, on my back, all on my wrist. This music supplied your brother the opportunity to have a different lifestyle, to not end up in prison somewhere, to make great friends, to leave out of the Midwest and provide for my family, to meet the woman that I would eventually have my daughters with, to grow into something way different. I've been receiving royalty since I was a young guy. I have 4 different pseudonym names that people don't know for all the songs that I might write and the songs that I might push out. And I like to keep all of that secret because jealousy breeds envy, and I live in Philadelphia where if somebody knows what you got, they'll try to kill you for it. This is a different level than just YouTube stuff. You understand? So when you see me doing this and coming on my YouTube channel and sharing my stuff, it's not about the money. It's not about trying to be better than some guys off the internet I don't even know. It's not about trying to be tough. This is my space that I can share what I'm into and try to give my contributions for people who might want to learn from a guy for me, like me. I also make this YouTube channel because in case something was ever to happen to me, my daughters have this channel to always come back and listen to their dad's voice and have understanding. And when they get all this equipment, if they want to use it, they can learn how to use it from their father. I'm a forward thinker. So this is my reasoning. I love this. I love this. I come from DJing. I come from just looping up records, looping up one part and playing it over and over again to create instrumentals. So something like this, I feel like is a great pillar of hip hop. It's a great addition to have. You know, I sold my DJ controller because I'll never be a scratcher. You'll never probably catch me. I'm not that guy. But being able to make it flip and do some things like this, I could definitely spend some time doing that. So, you know, now that we have a little conversation, why you understand why I like this so much, what it means to me, hopefully you find some value and what it means to you versus just trying to diss a company or trying to be upset. You know, live with it. See what it could do. Spend some time on it. Who knows where it might take you. There's a lot of guys who are making a living and traveling the world of having this SP-404 and being able to do some flips and some tricks. You know, it definitely changes some people's lives. So, you know, keep that in mind. Always think that music is the great equalizer. A lot of you guys would never talk to a guy like me. We would never cross paths if we saw each other in the street. But because of this YouTube channel, because of this equipment, because of our shared love of the music, even if we haven't had the same experiences, we are now in the same world and part of a community. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you watching this video if you stayed that long. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure you check out the Gumroad. I have all kinds of stuff for SP-404 users. I think the most expensive thing is like $25 and you get over 15 or 20 gigs of sounds. You get a basic master class. You know, my goal is to help you guys love this shit the way that I love it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being subscribed. You know, I want to get back to saying thank you. I know it's not cool. I know it's not what men do. I know everybody wants to try to be hard, but man, I've been shot at, I've been stabbed, I've been in some crazy situations. So being on YouTube competing with suckers is not what I'm here to do. I want to say thank you to all of you guys, to every single person who watches and hears my voice. It's your brother O.T.G.